Add expense to get machines operational, maintained, etc. Taking into account the added expense in getting machines operational, mining, etc. Oh, so you're talking about the hydro. I gotcha. Yeah, I think I can pull up. Let me stop sharing my screen here for a second. And I'll pull up Bitmain's website for the S19 Hydro.
So for the Hydro, Bitmain, if you're buying from them, they're taking an Apple approach, and they won't even talk to you unless you're buying a container full of them. So you have to do, basically, if you're only buying like one or two of these units, like you have to go through a reseller, which, you know, if you're dealing with a company like us, you know, it's not a problem. But essentially with the Apple approach that they're taking is like you need to buy the container, you need to buy their proprietary filtration system, which is another container. And if you're just buying one or two units, honestly, this machine is probably not ideal just for like a one or two setup. You need a dry cooler, dry air cooler, or like a radiator to filter out the machines. If you see on here, there's a loop on one side, just over next to the power connection, which is also a different power connection versus like your typical, C13. A lot involved in these machines, and there's also an unfortunate flaw in some of them where the bricks, the heat sinks that are attached to the actual board, Bitmain didn't do like the best quality check, I guess. And some of them, you have to like test the line to see if there's any potential rust in there, and if there is, you have to take the entire machine apart, pull out the one, and replace it with something that doesn't have any rust or anything like that on there. I've seen some of these hydros where it literally looks blood red that's just running through it because one of the machines one of the plates have rust on it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not just a simple plug and play. You need, like Mark is saying, you need a reservoir and all that shit, and it's all extra. So on top of your price, it's, why, like, you're not going to buy a whole dry cooler setup for one machine. You're going to do a bank of 10 and do, a DCX dry cooler system and use, their coolant and filtration system as well, plus, a pump and everything else. So it's a little more invasive in terms of setup than, say, a traditional air-cooled machine.
Yeah, it's definitely not. This machine would not be for the hobbyist. That's for sure.